My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Gremlins. In this review, we'll have spoilers, so there's your warning. But lots of people love this movie. They call it one of the best Christmas movies, they call it the best Christmas horror movie, and the truth is, I've never felt that way with this movie. It's fine, I like it, I definitely don't hate it, but it's not great. And not to get too ahead of myself, when you compare it to the sequel, it's nothing special. The second movie is fantastic, but I'll get to that later. But this first movie still has lots of good things about it. I think the writing overall is pretty decent. I love the fact that the dad is an inventor. It's just a small detail, but it makes a character who could have feel forgettable stand out. In fact, I kind of wish this movie focused more on him and his inventions to stop the gremlins. I think that would have been really great. Then you've also got this other side character of this lady who wants to kill Billy's dog, and you just love to hate this character. And I just love the way this plot escalates, how Billy's given Gizmo and they start to form a real bond, but then he multiplies, and then the evil Margai sabotage the clock so Billy would feed them after midnight, and then they go into these eggs, and then they hatch and turn into evil gremlins who wreak havoc on the town. And from that point forward, the movie just becomes so much more entertaining. It is so batshit insane that you can't help but laugh. When they attack that old lady and she goes flying out the window, that makes me laugh. When you've got Kate pouring them all drinks and they're just smoking and wreaking havoc, and just the fact that some of them are wearing lipstick and wigs and hats, it's really funny. So the second half of this movie definitely has a bit more energy to it. The movie overall is well directed by Joe Dante. I do wish that maybe there was a bit more energy to the first half, and I know the issue there, and I'll get to that in a bit. The craftsmanship, though, is top notch. Like, the practical effects are just amazing. If it sounds like I'm repeating myself, I probably am, but practical effects are just the absolute best. You know, Gizmo looks and feels like a real living creature, and I love the sound that he makes. You can't just feel bad for him. Whenever he gets scared, you're like, oh, stop being scared. Protect him, Billy. You really start to care for this little creature. And then I also love the look of the eggs. They definitely remind me of Alien and how the gremlins look. And I love that scene when Stripes falls into the pool and there's just all that green lighting and the pool is bubbling up and there's this fog. I just love the atmosphere of that scene. There's one moment where there's gremlins blowing up and getting stabbed, and I love that. There's a gremlin hiding in a tree, and just the way he blends in and his eyes look like Christmas lights. I just love the visuals of that. And the scene when Stripes melts at the very end of this movie, just chef's kiss, perfection. I'm a very easy man to please. If you've got creatures or people melting in your movies, I'm probably going to like it. It just looks so awesome. And I like the music by Jerry Goldsmith. You've got some Darlene Love in there, which is essential for any Christmas movie. It's got that Christmas feel in certain moments, that Christmas look. It feels very cold when it needs to. But the music by Jerry Goldsmith, I got off track there for a second, but the music by him, it's just so wacky, it's just so goofy that it kind of works. But it's time to address the biggest issue of this movie, and it's Zach Gilligan and Phoebe Cates. These two actors are where charisma goes to die in this movie. They have no personality, no life, and no energy to their performances. They are remarkably flat characters, and I never care about them as individuals, and I never care about their romance. It feels so forced. Billy's obviously meant to be the good kid who just wants to help people out, who gets himself in bad situations, but he's so boring that I can't root for him. you have to at least have some likability to you, and he has none. Hoyt Axton as the dad, like I said, is great, and I wish we got more of him. Frances Lee McCain, who plays the mom, is a real badass. Like, you'd expect her to be scared of the gremlins, but as soon as she sees them, she turns on the mixer, she stabs them with a knife, she blows them up in the microwave. Job well done. Really great scene, really great performance. Judge Reinhold is barely in this movie, but he's such a great addition. Like, just in the brief time he's in it. Some other negatives is that I feel like this movie is 20 minutes too long. It's entertaining for a while. I love it when they're watching Snow White and they're singing hi ho, it's off to walk we go, and they're just singing along. It's really hilarious, but after the movie theater blows up, it becomes incredibly boring. What should be the most tense and unnerving situation, it just bored me to no end when they're in that department store and Stripes is on the camera and he's attacking him with a chainsaw. It just starts to treat itself too seriously, I think, and it just, whenever I get to that point, I'm just like, okay, I'm really starting to feel the length now. So I feel like they could have tightened up by 20 minutes and made the climax a bit more entertaining. Like I said, the two main performances suck. They lack any bit of energy. The scene in the bank when Kate tells Billy why she hates Christmas is embarrassing. It is an atrocious moment. Like, there's just no excuse for, like, it is so bad. It just comes out of nowhere. I do not care about why she hates Christmas in the slightest bit. And it's just like all this chaos is going on and they just slow it down to a halt. It is one of the worst decisions I've seen in a movie to put that scene in there. I can't think of any rationale to justify it. And also, I think this movie has some really funny moments, and there's a tense moment or two, but I do wish they played up the whole a bit more. This isn't a slapstick comedy like the second movie is. It does try to go for that whole comedy mix, and I feel like the whole elements are severely underdone. So, I've got issues with this movie. The performances kind of suck. The movie's a bit too long. The climax is lame. The I hate Christmas scene is embarrassing, but it's still a very well written movie for the most part. It's got some very funny moments. It's got a great escalating plot. You've got yourself some great practical effects. Gizmo is adorable and I would die for him. So it's still a fine, entertaining movie, but it's not one I've been as high on as everybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and give Gremlins a 6 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Gremlins? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.